I am here with Mr. Bennett Anthony. He's visiting from out of town. Turns out we're both from South Carolina. Yeah, we both have family from there. We just filmed some stuff, and there's another scene we have that's coming out in April. I'm here to ask him a couple questions before he heads back up. So, Bennett, when was the last time you were in Florida? And do you miss the warm weather, or?
Last time I was here was probably a year ago, St. Patrick's Day. Yeah, I guess they always bring me in for St. Patty's Day.
Because you're ginger, you're like a leprechaun?
Yeah, I'm like the leprechaun. Yeah. But, yeah, I live in hot weather. I love this. So
Good. So, what would you say is your favorite type of kink?
my favorite type of kink. Oh my goodness. I almost just got so heady with it.
Well, how about another question then? If you could, you've done, a substantial number of scenes.
Mm-hmm.
If you could plan one or direct one of your own choosing, what would you be doing? What would it be about? And who would be your co-star?
I would probably have Eli Lewis in it, and maybe Wesley Woods.
I like Wesley.
Yeah, Wesley Woods, probably you. Sean Duran, Aaron Asker.
And what, are you just gonna get gangbanged? Because you're naming off a lot of guys.
I know. Well, I would probably do like something like Naked and Afraid.
Okay.
Like a spin-off of that.
Like just dropped in the woods?
Right. Just
Okay.
dropped in the woods and forced to eat Viagra, and then just, like...
That sounds good.
And just see what happens.
Just gonna have to have that travel douche ready to go.
Right, exactly, yeah.
So, how long has it been since you've been in porn, and what made you want to get started?
I've been in porn for 4 years now. I wanted to get started in it because I needed a way to get out of South Carolina and into California, because I am an advocate for California mountain flower usage. And
420 friendly?
420 friendly, yeah. And it's still criminalized in South Carolina, so I can't just be medicating and get arrested.
I know. I was arrested in South Carolina for possession before.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah.
I was too, but not of marijuana.
That's another story.
Yeah.
What do you think you want to do next in terms of the Bennett Anthony brand?
Bennett Anthony brand. Well, last week I did a scene with a tranny. I think that...
obviously you're open to working with all kinds of people.
I'm open to working with anyone. Like, I don't want to make it sound materialistic, but if there's a paycheck, I'm going to show up. So,
right.
I'm not in... And I don't want to say I'm not into, because I haven't met every single one. I'm not necessarily into girls. Haven't met many girls I'm into. Haven't met trannies I'm into. I'm mostly attracted to bigger, stockier guys.
Uh-huh.
But, I am a sex worker in the sex industry. Like, social media wise, you do have to keep it up. You do have to stay fresh, and I think me doing a scene with the tranny has really kept it fresh. I've got 6 or 7 messages just saying me thank you, and they can't wait till that comes out. I've got a ton more followers on Instagram since I've started using the trans hashtags, which is great. Yeah, so I think it can only go up from here.
Well, great. Bennett, thank you so much for coming by and seeing me today. Check them out later on this year, you guys. Stay tuned.
That's right.
Thanks. Bye. Hey everyone, it's Hunter Scott, your MonsterCub. I'm here with Dante Kirkdale, and we're here at Sugar Bear in Montreal. We're about to shoot a very hot scene, and I had a couple questions for Dante before we get rolling. So, Dante, how long have you been doing videos, and how many have you done so far?
I've been filming for almost a year now. I have 2 scenes that are released. I have 3 more that have been filmed, and now I'm doing my 6th one with MonsterCub.
Yeah. And Dante, after this scene today, is there any particular other actors you want to work with in the future?
Yeah, there's 2 that I could think of that I'd love to do scenes with. One is Atlas Grant. I love his hairy body.
Oh yeah, it is lovely.
I saw that you had a scene with him recently, and was very jealous of that hairy ass and getting my mouth and other things into it. And then Billy Warren. I've known him personally, but he's a lot of fun, and I definitely like to do a scene with him.
Maybe we can get them both in a scene with you and just fucking free for all.
That would be a lot of fun. I'm game. Just tell me when and where, and I'll be there.
That leads me to my next question. If you could set up your next scene, like the scenario or the kink or whatever, what would you want to do?
I think probably my biggest fantasy is the gangbang bottom in the sling, and just have 10 guys take their turns and oh wait, that's my Saturday night. But to get it on camera, I think I don't know, that's kind of one of my things. So I also get into fisting, so that's a little thing too there. But for a kink, that would be
10-man gangbang in a sling,
and end it with a fisting. Hey, and
then maybe a fist at the end. Okay, all right.
He's got his notebook out, everyone, and he's writing it down. So.
Giving me ideas, man. My next question is a bit of a silly one, but I try to ask. If you were a type of sandwich, what classic sandwich would you use to describe yourself?
I'd be a submarine sandwich.
A big sub.
A big sub, but part of it is because I was in. I wish I was a foot long. But, a little bit more than 6, but not quite a foot. But no, I mean, I was in the Navy, I was in the military, so that's a little bit of that. So I think that fits my personality there.
That's right. You're ex-Navy, right?
Yeah. So you get some, and you get those different links and toppings and bottomings on it.
Is this your first time to Montreal?
It's my first time to Montreal in about 25 years.
Okay.
So and that was whenever I was in the Navy. I was in Connecticut, and I'd come up here so I could drink whenever I wasn't 21.
How about that?
Exactly. There'd be a group of us that would come up, and we'd have a lot of fun just drinking and getting wasted. But I don't remember a lot about it, because it's just been that long. So I'm glad to be back, and I definitely want to come back again.
Good. And what do you think of Sugar Bear so far?
It's great. The people are great. The bear community in general is a great community. So, I'm looking forward to Meet tonight, and then the Club Oasis. Oasis
Sauna?
Yeah, I always get the name mixed up there. Club Unity is where Meet's at, and then Oasis Sauna for the after party. So that'll be a lot of fun tonight.
Cool.
Looking forward to it. Looking forward to our little show that we're going to put on at the sauna.
All right. No, I'm looking forward to it too. And Dante, I want to thank you so much for your time. We do have to get the show on the road. Are you ready to get fucked?
I'm ready for everything.
All right, let's do it.
Right.
Thanks for tuning in, guys. Remember to like, subscribe, and follow. Hey everybody, it's Hunter Scott, your Monster Cub. I'm here with Ashton Red, a new addition here at MonsterCub.com. I came up here to Montreal for Sugar Bear, and he's one of the sexy local otters that I picked up. So, Ashton, I got a couple questions for you. You ready?
Yes.
Okay. So, what made you interested in doing a scene with me?
Well, I've been following you for a few years now, and you happened to shout on Growler if anybody would be interested in shooting a film with you, and that's something I've never been opposed to in my life. Always pretty interested, actually, and I think for me it was also about challenging myself. Being very cuddled as a child has always made me afraid to partake in not risky things, but more daring things, and yeah.
Well, you're certainly brave after taking my deck.
You could say that.
So, obviously you like bears.
Yes.
When did you realize you liked bears, and what in particular really drew you to them?
I think for me it's all mostly about the size difference.
Because you're a little guy?
Yes, yes. I like being handled. I guess in bed, I would consider myself more submissive. I am versatile, but more submissive, I'd say. So it's much easier for the mindset and the enjoyment to be handled by someone who's bigger than me. As for when I realized that, that's a tough question to answer. Probably when I was like 14, 15, as I was just like finding my way through porn, right? As a kid, it's like you end up finding or figuring out the kind of men you like, but there's no like exact moment where I understood that's what was going on for me.
So you said you like to be handled. If you could plan the next scene that you're in, paint a picture for me. What would you want to do?
I'm more into not improv, but something that goes with the flow, something that's just natural, right? I can't say I have anything specific in mind, but I like being manhandled. So as long as it's say someone's having their way with me, I'm pretty cool with that.
Maybe like a police officer roughs you up.
Yeah, why not?
Okay,
That's pretty cool.
I could arrange that possibly. So you've been in Canada your whole life?
Yes.
And what would you say are some of the pros and cons of being a gay man in Montreal?
Montreal, I think is a very open city. For gay men, I don't feel like there's a fear to be had to be open with your partners or your friends, right? It's not rare for me or even for the just strangers I see on the street to just kiss their partners or be physical and have just physical displays of affection. And I'm from a small town next to Ottawa, and even in Ottawa, that's something you just don't see, right? Which always makes it hard when I visit my family, but then when I come to Montreal, which is home for me, it's like all that pressure, all this fear of judgment just is lifted away. I think Montreal is definitely a great city to find yourself and enjoy yourself as someone who belongs to the community.
Cool. And to close things out, who do you think you'd want to work with next? Any particular models that have caught your eye?
There's a few. First one that would come to mind, I would say Rusty G. I like men that are bigger than me, obviously, but also I like them with age and beards, and I think that for me fits the ticket nicely.
Get some ginger on ginger action going?
Yeah, why not? I think that's pretty hot.
I haven't done that yet. I should probably try. All right. Well, thank you so much, Ashton, for your time. We look forward to seeing you.
Thank you.
And guys, remember to like, subscribe, and follow me at blog.monstercub.com and this YouTube channel, The Monster Cub. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you next time.